Hi YouTube friends, it's Diaper Kiddo Jason, and as promised, I decided to do a second video this week, which is a minor miracle because I haven't been doing that many here lately. But I'm in a good mood, and so I thought I would do a second video. And I've kind of let something build up for a little while that I really needed to kind of take care of. So I thought I would do that for this video. I have an email address, jason@diaperkiddo.com. It's like down here, probably, in editing. I'm probably going to put it there. If I don't, it'll be in the description, if I forget. But that's my email address, specifically for this channel. And I've received some emails over the past few months, from people reaching out to ask questions and things like that. And I've answered those people individually, but I kind of wanted to build up a few questions and then actually do a Q&A video. So that's what this is going to be. So Domino is back there, and it's like 12:45, a little bit after midnight, so it's still early yet as far as I'm concerned. So I thought I would do a few question and answer Q&A questions that I've gotten in my email. So let's see here. I saved everything to my phone because I can't do the computer while I'm doing the camera, and I can't film myself on my phone if I'm going to be using it to look at questions, so kind of forgive me for glancing back and forth. Let's see. Alright, the first question, I'm not going to name names because I don't want to out anybody that isn't interested in everyone knowing that they're interested in the AB culture. So I'm not going to name any names. The first email that I got says, "How did you get into diapers?" So I have no idea. Moving on. No, I'm kidding. I really don't know. It's been something that I've always been interested in, like, since I was a little kid. Like, I remember after my sister was born, she was born when I was 3.5. So I'm just shy of 4 years older than she is. And I remember when she was a little baby stealing some of her diapers. And of course I got caught and got in trouble, and it was a whole thing. But that's like one of my earliest memories because I was such a little guy. And it just sort of never went away, like, even when I was out of them. Because I was out of them by the time I was 4. Like, I think my mom said that she potty trained me at like 3. Like, I was an early walker, I was an early talker, I potty trained early. And so I was out of diapers very, very young, and I remember wanting to be back in them. And so I guess that's kind of how that sort of, like, went down. And then, of course, I thought that I was, like, the only person in the world that was interested in them until, the advent of the internet, which was just a wonderful thing, because I found out that I wasn't the only person. And I'm sure anybody who's watching this probably felt the same at some point. You feel like you're weird and, like, you're different than everybody else kind of thing. And so for me, that was sort of a great moment when I realized that I wasn't actually the only person who was interested in diapers, and that it wasn't, like, that unusual. Like, I get that it's weird, but, whatever. I'm happy being weird. So it was kind of a big deal for me when I found out that I wasn't the only one. And, that's kind of been part of what kind of has made me who I am. Is that I identify very, very strongly that way, and knowing that there are other people out there like me makes me feel good. So, sorry I can't be more specific, I wish I could, but I really just don't remember. I have no idea how in the world I first got into diapers. Let's see. The next question that I got is, where did you get your toddler clothes? And some other stuff, and then, oh, here it is. And then, is your husband also an adult baby? So the first part of that question, where did I get my toddler clothes? I don't really think of them as, like, toddler clothes. Like, I don't have like a mental age that I regress to. I just like kid stuff, you know, and so they're more like kids' pajamas than anything else. Like I don't have a specific age. So I don't really think of any of my stuff as like toddler stuff. I definitely don't think of myself as a toddler. But like my kids' clothes, I talked about it a lot in the one video that everybody has watched. The part one of my little wardrobe. I kind of went over where each of those pieces came from, but in general, I try to be very thrifty and I try not to spend a lot of money. And so I pick up things here and there, anything that just kind of grabs me, especially if it's on a good sale. So a lot of times I get things online, of course, but I found a lot of stuff in like real like brick and mortar stores, you know, in different places. At our mall, I go through the clearance racks a lot of times in the women's department because their stuff is just cuter than men's stuff. And I don't mind wearing a women's Sesame Street t-shirt. Like, I'm not even sure why they make those, but, you know, I'm not, like overly concerned about the gender of the clothes. It's fabric, and if it's got a cute design, I'll wear it, so as long as it'll fit me. But that's where a lot of my stuff comes from. Just when I'm out and about and I happen to see something that I really like, thrift stores are really good for that kind of stuff. All of my pajamas I've gotten online, though. With the exception of like one outfit that I have that's a Oscar the Grouch tank top and pajama bottoms, and that came from the women's department at Kmart when we still had a Kmart, for like $4 or something crazy. So that is the second question. Let's see, what else do we have? I get a lot of junk mail. What is your favorite kind of nappies to wear? Do you like disposables or cloth best? So like somebody is from the Empire, apparently. I haven't used that phrase in a long time, not since I came back from New Zealand. I got used to calling them nappies there and then came back over here and they were diapers again. I like the word diapers better, but I can see, like, if that's what you grew up with, then of course, like, you like the word nappies better. I prefer disposable. I don't really like cloth very much. Like, for me, like, a lot of it is just the feel of them, and I just like disposables better. My favorite kind to wear is probably definitely Confederate 24/7s, as far as like non-printed like medical nappies. But as far as like printed stuff, like anything that's really cute, like not dissing on anybody's favorites or anything, but like I don't like the safaris. Like I find them to be just unattractive. They're not like visually appealing to me. And like, okay, so like right now, I'm wearing a Bare Bones. I don't like the feel of these, like I don't like the plastic or whatever, but they're really cute. And so I will wear these. Anything from ABU I usually like really well. I haven't tried like a lot of the Tycoable stuff. I'd like to. You know, it's hard to say because a lot of the printed stuff just doesn't feel like it's made for the same quality as like the medical stuff. But the printed stuff is way cuter, but the medical stuff is more comfortable. I just wish that the two would merge, and then I would be super happy. So let's see, what else do we have here? Okay, here's one. Do you have any other kinks? Yes, I definitely do. Moving on. We're not going to discuss that on my channel. Let's see here. Okay, this is one I saved special. Will you be my daddy? I like, no, I will not be your daddy. That is not a good way to open a conversation with anyone. Like, that's like saying, will you marry me, the first time you speak to somebody. Like, that's an important relationship, I feel like, and that deserves like a degree of respect for the relationship. So you should get to know somebody before you ask them to be your parental figure. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that would be the appropriate thing to do, is talk to somebody and get to know them as a person and see if you're even going to be compatible before you start talking about forming a relationship with somebody that you've never spoken to before. So I really don't like it when, people start conversations like that. That doesn't sit well with me. Get to know me, talk about things that we both mutually like, and then maybe. I have been a daddy before, and I was a damn good one. I had a lot of fun with it. But not for somebody who's just going to ask me something like that out of the blue. Let's see. Okay, at one point, I sent myself an email that was a consolidation of several emails that I knew that when I eventually made this video, I wanted to kind of address them all at once. So there are several points to this, but they're each from different, well, 3 of the 4 points is from a different person each time. One person asked 2 questions kind of simultaneously. So point 1 is, will you do some reviews on your channel? I don't plan to. If you guys are already part of the ABDL community, then you're probably already experienced with most of the products that I know. So I'm really not doing anybody any favors by telling you what you already know. If you're not, and you're interested, and it's something that you want to try out, then there are a lot of much more popular YouTubers that go over products and things like that on their channel. So I'm just basically repeating what everybody else has said with my own personal opinions attached. I don't really see the point in that. It's kind of boring to me. Speaking of boring, here was an interesting comment I got. Your videos are kind of boring. You should do product reviews like other YouTubers. Okay, no, I'm not planning on doing product reviews, and I'm sorry that you find my videos boring, but like I said, there's a lot of other people on YouTube that are part of this community that you can certainly enjoy their content. I like what I do, I like my videos, and I'm not really planning on tailoring my videos to what is going to get me the most views. And so if you are looking for product reviews, they're definitely out there, but I just feel like that would be talking into a wind tunnel if I were to go and review products that literally everyone has already tried or at least knows of. Let's see, here was another one. Will you wet and mess your diapers in a video? Dear God, no. Absolutely not. I know that content does exist on YouTube. I will not do that. First of all, I do not mess. I find personally, I find that to be completely nasty, and I could never do that. I'm not speaking for everybody. If that is your thing, then that is your thing, and that is totally cool by me. It is not something that I feel comfortable with, so I definitely will not be doing that. Wetting, I do occasionally. I do occasionally wet my diapers, but in general, I just enjoy wearing them. I'm not a big fan of having to do a lot of cleanup, and I'm not a fan of how cold and clammy they tend to get after a while. So it's not something that that is not a part of it for me. In fact, earlier today I was at the laundry room for our apartment, washing some comforters that wouldn't fit into our washer here, and I was wearing, and I did wet there as a matter of convenience, because I didn't want to leave all of my stuff sitting in the laundry room to have to go around the building to the restrooms, and potentially have somebody come along and take my stuff. So I did there. It's not something that bothers me, but it's not a part of my AB identity, I guess. I don't have to do that, and I don't very often, and I'm not going to do that on video because I'm not comfortable with that. And then here is a choice comment that I got from a very thoughtful person who was reviewing my content on my channel, who said, quote, "I hope you realize you deserve the bullet." I hope you realize I don't care about your opinion. This is my channel. I've said that before. So if you think that what I'm doing is somehow morally wrong, which I can't really wrap my head around, or just cringeworthy, I really don't care. I'm not making that content for you, so don't watch my fucking channel. Problem solved. Alright, so enough negativity. We're going to move past that. Let's see here. Here we are, I lost my place. Okay, so this one was an email that I got. This says, "What do you get out of pretending to be a baby? It's kind of weird and I don't get it." Honey, I don't either. None of us do. I really can't explain very easily why it is that I enjoy this, because like I said, I don't even know why I got into it in the first place. The best way that I can put it is a sense of emotional fulfillment, coupled with stress relief, coupled with it is a sexual turn on. You know, that's the best way that I can explain it. I just enjoy that activity. You know, why do you like pizza but you don't like seafood? I mean, you know, you can't really quantify that. I wish I could answer your question better, because thank you for not being, you know, extremely rude or anything in it, but I really just cannot answer this question. I really don't know how to say what it is that I get out of it. Just other than I really enjoy it. I find it very stress relieving, and it puts me in my happy place. So, and since I'm not hurting anybody else, it doesn't really matter how weird it is. I know it's weird. You know, we all know that it's weird. I mean, anything that is outside of societal norms is weird. But weird and harmful are two totally different things. So, let's see here. And then I had another one that says, "You should make videos more often." Okay, so like, yes, I definitely should. And, you know, I'm trying. But I think I said before in one of my other videos, it's hard to come up with content like when nothing is going on, and there's not really been a whole lot going on for me lately, so it's kind of hard to think of anything that I can, you know, add to my channel. I have some ideas, like this was one of them, and I have some ideas for some other things that I want to do, and I think I told you guys before, I'd like to, you know, start producing some more humor related videos and less, you know, ABDL driven, because this is not the only facet of my life. Yes, it's a big part of my life, and it's a part of my life I'm super happy with, but it's not the only character quality I have, I guess. So there are other things that I would like to be able to do, and, you know, a lot of it's finding the time. So, you know, between searching for a job because I'm still unemployed, and taking care of my big fur baby back there full time, and doing all of the housework and shopping and cleaning and cooking and everything else, there's just not a lot of free time in my day. And these videos do really take a lot of effort. Like, I put a lot of effort into my videos. So, you know, there's an editing process, and I've got to clean it up, and I've got to, you know, brighten it and turn up some contrast, you know, try to get rid of, you know, some of the glare. You know, I have to tweak the sound to get it to sound like I'm actually talking to you and not talking to you from a wind tunnel. Because I've always got the air conditioner running in the background, and so I have to do noise removal. You know, there's just a lot of steps. Then I have to, you know, attach my intro, I have to attach my outro, you know, I have to, you know, edit the start and stop of the video. So I'm getting faster, and I'm getting better at it, and I think I'm doing pretty well with it, honestly. But it is a kind of time-consuming process, and a lot of times after I've been cleaning all day and, you know, working on the house all day and applying for jobs all day, then I just want to park in front of the television and veg out. So I want to do more videos, and I plan on doing more videos. I can't really adhere to like a posting schedule because I never really know when I'm going to be free to do something. And, you know, then on top of that, I have to wait for the mood to kind of like strike. So, but I would like to do more videos soon. I really would like to get on like a weekly posting schedule. I just don't see it happening right now. Let's see what else. Okay, this one was very sweet, and I've emailed this person back a long time ago. I liked your bedtime story. Do you have plans to do more stories? And are you going to do an audio file like you said you would? You have a really good bedtime story voice. That's sweet. Okay, like you're one of like a handful of people that watched all 3 of my bedtime story videos. I write like recreationally, and I think I'm like close to 300 pages into a novel that I'm writing. That's like totally not ABDL related or bedtime story related content. But I do write fairly often. I wish I could write more than I do. I suffer from writer's block a lot of times, which is why I haven't finished this novel that I'm writing. But I'd like to share it. But I don't really think that it was super big of like a hit on my channel. A lot of people tend to kind of like pass over that one. But I'm glad that people did enjoy it. I enjoyed making it. That was like just such a blast. So I would like to do like another series of stories like later on. But I'm kind of shelving it to the back burner for right now just because I think a lot of people didn't really care. Which is fine too. Like, that's totally fine. Let's see. And then... Okay. This one was also super sweet. And I'm actually going to name the person, but I got this person's permission, and I'm not, like, giving any identifying anything by doing so. But I had an email that said, "Do you have an Instagram? Love, baby Abby." That is just adorable. That is super, super, super cute. I do not actually have an Instagram account. I don't really do social media very much. I have a Twitter account. I have a Tumblr account that I occasionally use. I have my YouTube channel. I have a Facebook account for family reasons that I literally never use unless my mother's messaging me on Messenger, or my aunt is sending me like every flipping pass this on to the next 10 people you love meme. But otherwise, I really don't use Facebook at all. I can't stand Facebook. It's terrible. It's a terrible platform. I have other social media that I use. Like, I use Telegram and I use Kik. I use like chat media, but I don't really use Instagram or Snapchat or any of those. So it's not really something that I'm interested in. Like, mostly because I don't really know anybody that uses any of those. Like, everybody in my life uses like Facebook, and I'm not going to use that. And I don't really have like any contacts that would make me want to get on something like Instagram. I've had an Instagram account that I think I deleted just because I wasn't even using it. So I do not have an Instagram. I might consider making one for the channel eventually, if that's like, people's preferred way of, getting in touch with me and viewing my content. But it's not something I'm super like into the idea of. So that's like a down the road sort of thing, if ever. Like, I make no promises. So that's all the emails that I've gotten so far at my email address. If you have a question and you would like it to be featured in a future version of Q&A with Diaper Kiddo, please feel free to send it to my email address, jason@diaperkiddo.com. Or you can leave me comments in the comment section. Feel free to reach out to me that way, however you're comfortable. If you would like to see more of these, then I need questions. Like, I get like an email a month, maybe, at this email address. So like, if you want to see more videos like this one, then it's going to be a long time unless I get more emails. But it's fun to interact with you guys and to answer your questions. So, send me something. Ask me anything that's in your burning little mind that you want to get out, and I'll see what I can do. But that's it for tonight. Like I said, I have some plans. We'll see what happens. But I think I'm going to pile up and make some popcorn and watch a movie. And no kidding, as soon as I put the popcorn bag in the microwave, Domino is going to suddenly be very awake and start begging. Popcorn is like one of her favorite snacks. So, you know, I can't have a bag of popcorn by myself. Like, I have to share. So, a lot of times I never get quite as much as I would like because I really like popcorn, because I have to share with my dog. So, but that's it for this video. So, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for channel updates. We'll see what happens. I'm going to try to come up with some pretty good ideas for you guys. And as soon as I have like time to devote to give it my full attention, then I'm definitely going to do some of these ideas. So I will see you next time, guys. Domino is back there in a coma. Like I said, she'll wake up very soon. So see you guys. Bye. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, I forgot to answer one of the questions. I was closing my app where I've got everything saved, and I missed one of them. Like, I skipped over it in the list, so I apologize. So I wanted to just kind of amend this and add this to the end of the video. I literally like just shut off my camera and then immediately realized that I had missed a question. So I apologize to this person who wrote to me. The question that I missed was, why don't you do jump cuts? Okay, so that is a really good question, and I promise that I'm not going to take up much more time on this video. I don't do jump cuts because I don't like jump cuts. I don't like jump cuts because I find them to be super distracting. If I were to do jump cuts, then I don't think that my conversation would be as natural with you guys. Like, it's not like I have a script or anything that I'm reading from. So I know that I have long pauses and I say a lot, and I don't intend to edit that out, because having me twitching all over the screen, flashing in and out every 3 seconds as I jump from word to word because I said that seems very photoshopping a swimsuit model. Like, it's very disingenuous. That's not how I actually talk, and I want this channel to be a conversation with you guys. Like, I don't want to overly produce my content, so I don't do jump cuts. Like, I get that that's like the big thing on YouTube. I find it incredibly distracting. Like, I have YouTubers that I deeply, deeply respect and very much enjoy their content, both ABDL and non-ABDL, and the amount of jump cuts makes it hard for me to watch their videos because it's so distracting. But I watch them anyway because I love these YouTubers. So I do not intend to do jump cuts on this channel because it is just so grating on my nerves. So, like, if you want to download my video and then cut out the parts you don't like and make your own jump cuts, then by all means go ahead. But I don't intend to do that. So, and I'm so sorry that I missed that question in the list. Like, I guess I just scrolled past it, and I'm so sorry. But again, thank you so much for watching, guys. This time I promise I'm actually going to go make my popcorn. Bye, guys.